I'm here. Sorry about the slight lateness. Let me tell you about my day. All right. Allow me to tell you about my day. Okay. Allow. Also hello, but hope everyone is doing well. I'm actually going to switch the music before we start talking about anything too. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely Friday, because hell yeah, it's Friday, and that's always awesome and great and wonderful. And we, as the younger users say nowadays, we stan Fridays. Is that how that goes? I don't know. But anyway, hello everyone. Happy weekend to some of you already. It is approaching that time for me eventually. Yeah, so, I don't know either. Who do we got? Alright. We have Jamu, number 5, Paul, Sturm, Mo, Philip, Colby, Looney, sorry I'm putting some chapstick on, PLX. Did I say Paul? I did say Paul. But hello again. Sleepy, Munchmeister, welcome to the stream. Corrupt Pixel, hello everyone. I hope I got everyone. And I didn't skip anyone on accident. If I did, I'm sorry. Just say hi, and I'll say hello again to you. You can say hi to me as many times as you want, and I'll probably still say hi back. Alright, so yeah, today already been amazingly weird. Alright, so again, I woke up again. Alright, I woke up again, and my furnace still wasn't working. I know. This is the 7th day I've had someone out here, and the 5th day in a row I've had someone out here. So they just finished up 20 minutes ago. In theory, it's working, but it's also been running for like the past 3 or 4 hours at like 85 degrees. So it's extremely warm. We've had all the windows open. I've had all the windows open and everything, because that's what they told me to do. But it's still kind of warm. I mean, it's okay outside. It's not like cold, but it's not warm, but it's gonna take it. Anyway, so it's been warm, but luckily it seems to be fixed this time for real, based on all the tests they did. Like, we ran it for a while, so oh my god, we got the general manager out for a second time today to look at stuff. Just dear Neptune. Okay, so furnace probably asterisk fixed for now, so hopefully when I wake up tomorrow it's running and I'm not freezing. I know. And then after that, I had to go check on the boys and make sure that they're doing well. Super adorable. I'll talk more about them towards the end of the stream though, because I want to leave the stream on a positive note. But just as a quick update, did adopt twin boys. They are 6 months old, super adorable, and they're doing well right now. They're adjusting very well. And that's all I'll say about them right now. I just wanted to check on them real quick before I... Oh, the cats. Yes, they're cats. Did I say they were cats? Cats. Names. I named one of them. There's a black fluffy one. His name is Leo. I haven't named the other one yet. I don't know what I'm going to name him. I can discuss, maybe we can come up with something at the end of the stream. I don't know. We'll discuss more about that later, but the boys, cat boys, are doing wonderful. Anyway, so I am just gonna kind of jump straight into the stream because I don't want to make it super long or anything. This stream is going to be a talk about my recent mental health. I know I'm no stranger to talking about it, but this is going to go a little bit harder and deeper than normal. We're going to touch on some subjects that people might consider like having trigger warnings or whatever. If you're sensitive about that stuff, just leave. Don't torture yourself or me or anyone else by being here. We are going to talk about sensitive subjects today, just straight up. And I will also say I am not a doctor. Please, for the love of God, I am not a doctor. If you need help, go seek a professional. And I mean that in the best way possible, because that's exactly what I do. There are plenty of lines out there, etc., etc. You have the internet. You can Google it. It's very simple. I'm sure you know your country's emergency number as well if you need that kind of help. But yes, please, for the love of God. Again, I am not a doctor, so this is not advice. Please do not go out and base my own experience on yours. Obviously, we can always relate to each other. Sometimes that's how we make sense of things. And, you know, obviously it's always good not to feel alone, but don't be like, oh, because this must be happening, right? So please, if you need help, do not DM me. And do not DM me about your issues, because that's very uncomfortable for me. And two, even more uncomfortable for me is DMing me saying that you have a solution or a potential fix or help for me. I'm okay. All right. And I will go over that more, but I know how to get help. I know where to get help. I know when I need to. So I love you guys, but I do not need you guys DMing me saying, hey, this is about this. Please hear me out. Do not do that. For the love of God, please. Hi, Mikashi and ACAP. So that's a little disclaimer for the stream. I'll also put it up as text. The other thing I want to go over is, I don't care if people are going to call me names after this, okay? You can call me Menhera, you can call me unstable, you can call me anything you want to. That reflects more on you as a person than it does me, all right? I'm putting this out there because I'm very self-aware, and listening to other people in the past has helped me in the sense of, again, I'm not a doctor, and no one on the internet really is or should be thought of as a doctor unless it's like telehealth, right? It's helpful to know that you're not alone, and hearing other people's experiences, even if they're not your own, I know it can help. So this is why I'm putting that out here. And I also think I owe you guys a small explanation. Yes, I do this as a hobby, but I do love you guys. And I know, as much as I say, oh, don't worry about me, sometimes it's hard not to, right? I've watched content creators for a very long time. There's some kind of attachment sometimes. It's not necessarily parasocial, but you're just curious about their well-being and making sure they're okay. And I think that goes for a lot of celebrities too, right? If you know, Johnny Depp got into a car accident, a lot of us would be kind of worried about his health and stuff, right? So I get it, not parasocial stuff, just I know you guys have been worried or wondering, and I think I owe you guys a slight explanation. And I am comfortable talking about this stuff. Again, if you want to call me names, if you want to take this out of context, that's on you. You can be that kind of person. Just that reflects more on you than it does me. And the only other thing I'm going to ask is, please do not drag other people into what I'm about to talk about. Even if you think you might find connections, or you have a board with red strings all over and, you know, thumbtacks connecting the lines, please, for the love of God, don't bring other people into this. I'm my own person. Don't put this on other people, all right? I don't care who it is. You know, don't go to fucking XQC and be like, did you hear it? No, okay, let's not do that, please, for the love of God, because again, that's putting the attention on you again, and that says more about you as a person than it does me. Okay, so with that out of the way, again, we are going to talk about some heavy subjects tonight. It is a little bit for my benefit, if I'm going to be honest, because I always want to be transparent with you guys, and it is going to be a topic that absolutely VTubers do not touch on. Then, you know, it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, you know, I love VTubing, and we're gonna go fourth wall for a second here. I love VTubing, but at the end of the day, I am a real person, and I can't play a character all the time. Is it okay if we relate through experience? Is it okay to explain, or do you prefer? You can say what you want in chat. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. If you want to relate, if you have stories to tell, I might not read them all and like respond. Well, I will read them, but I won't necessarily respond to them. Hello, Lena. So yes, and let me, before I go any further, let me do this. This is so stupid that I have to do this. Disclaimer. I am not a healthcare professional. Oh, I don't even know how to spell professional. Please take what I say with a grain of salt and not as well. Okay. That'll work. Whatever. We need an outline on this, and it's not going to be that big either. Sorry, like I said, I did not have enough time to prepare today. Too much shit. Too much shit, man. Is that good enough? that gonna not get me in trouble? We're gonna pretend it won't get me in trouble. Alright. Because you don't have to be a doctor necessarily to be a healthcare professional. Where do I put this? It's so large and in charge. It needs a bigger outline. I can't even see it. Maybe I'm just blind. Where did outline go? Let's try like 20, double size. No, it's still small. How? It does not go to 50, in case you're wondering. 20 seems, okay, whatever. You guys can read that. Also, I said it. So, with that much being said, where have I been? Man, what a question, right? Because I was like, hey, I'm going to go to Papa Dragon's house, and we're going to do some streams. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And then I end up kind of disappearing, and I leave you guys with an extremely big tweet. Again, I want to thank you guys for having, what's the word? Tact? For being very tactful and not pursuing or pestering or bothering people. I really appreciate that, because eventually that all kind of comes back on me if you guys were to be annoying or whatever it is, pestering, whatever, and I appreciate that a lot. So why did I make that tweet? Like I said, this is going to be a hard subject. Again, if you have issues or anything like that, please, for your own sake, leave. Hello, Mellow. So I left because I made that tweet and had to take time off because in that moment, I was extremely suicidal. I actually had a plan in place, and I was about to run downstairs at my dad's house and grab a knife and go at it. And that's also why I'm leaving this stream unmonetized. And again, you can call me names, reflects more on you than it does as me on a person. So what happened, though, that led to that point is very vital. So what happened was I was on Wellbutrin. I was on Wellbutrin, which is an antidepressant. This was my third round of antidepressants. And as far as I was concerned, I was doing fine. When I first got on it, I felt I had more energy, I could focus better, I was getting up a little earlier, but what I didn't know is over the past 2 months, up until that point, I was getting worse. Every day, slowly but slowly, I was getting worse. And it's hard to recognize that when it's extremely slow. I was sleeping in for 12 plus hours a day. I had no motivation, no goals, extremely pessimistic. I was on the what's the point, right? Absolutely. Like, what's the point of this? What's the point of life? What's, et cetera, et cetera. And I believe we all have the what ifs, and I've never been scared of the what ifs. Right? I think they can be interesting or even a good perspective when we're losing sight of things, right? Like, what if this did happen? Who's going to miss me? And then you kind of start thinking in your brain, well, you have your family, friends, your pets, people who depend on you, relying on you, who love you. And I think the what ifs are completely fine, but this isn't a what if. This was a plan. And that's when it gets scary, right? And the only reason why I noticed it, literally the only reason why I noticed it is because I was getting out of bed and I looked at my medications for the day. And then it hit me. It was a fucking truck, man. It just hit me. I was like, what if my medication is doing this? I've been low before in my life. I have chronic depression, general, whatever it's called, clinical depression, whatever you want to call it. I have depression, I have general anxiety disorder, and recently diagnosed with ADHD, which can apparently cause a lot of problems as well, but whatever, I'm not going to talk about that. Point is like, I have been low in my life before, but not this low, ever. This isn't something I ever wanted to do. Ever. I like living. I love eating. I want to travel. I want to do all these things. So that was a huge wake-up call for me, that a medication that I had been taking about for around 3 about 3.5, maybe even 4 months at that point, was making me feel that way. And that's why I had to take time off. It wasn't necessarily because of that event. It was because I realized the medication was taking a lot out of me in terms of energy, focus, thoughts, just everything. And now that I knew the cause, or what I was pretty sure the cause was, I had to redirect every ounce of my energy to combat that. And because knowing what the cause is a lot easier than just, spitballing into the universe. And again, Wellbutrin in particular, ibuprofen, it works great for a lot of people. It worked great for my aunts. And like Prozac worked great for my stepmom. It just doesn't work for me. It's an individual experience, and this is why I see someone regularly about it. But the point is yes, I didn't have any energy. I had to focus everything on those particular thoughts and keeping them at bay, which is extremely exhausting. It might not seem that way. It's just like, oh, it's just thoughts and feelings. How bad can it be? It's bad. It can be bad. And this was shortly after my cat died too, who I love to death. Who I absolutely love to death, right? And so I was extremely lost in the moment. Luckily, I was at Papa Dragon's house, and he's very understanding. And so we did still get to do some things after that event, and I started to feel better from there. But let me tell you, that week following was almost a nightmare. Trying to get a hold of the person who manages my medicine to tell them, hey, I need to get off this ASAP because there was a problem with oh God. So I have a number that basically goes directly to her office, and someone answered it, and I was like, because right after that happened at my dad's, I called up them and I was like, I need to get off of this, man. Like right now, I'm not feeling well. I'm having suicidal ideation, right? And they're like, okay, well, I can take a note. We'll try to get you, back today, tonight, or tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. All right, like not a problem. They never got back to me, and I was still at my father's house, and so I had to wait to come back. And I called them every single day up until it had been a week since I first called them, and I literally stormed into the office before I got anyone's attention. And apparently the message was never relayed to the gal who managed my medicine, because here's the thing, you can't just quit antidepressants, and that's the shitty part, and that's what was worrying me, because it doesn't just go away. Your body gets used to relying on it and all this other stuff, and if you just quit it cold turkey, it can actually have a worse effect than you're already feeling. So I'm sitting here like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And so that's what I was dealing with after I got back from Papa Dragon's house, was trying to get a hold of my medication people to say, hey, I need a plan to get off this. And then last week, I was basically dealing with withdrawals. So the stomach ache was a withdrawal. It lasted about 3.5 days. It was awful. It rendered me useless for about 2 days. I had insane headaches, things like that. So the last few weeks have just been a huge battle for me. And yeah, it's crazy. And I don't want this to be a discouragement for people who are trying to look into medicine and AIDS in that sense of trying to help them. I just want people to obviously be careful. I work very closely to my person. Yeah, I work very closely to my medication person. And this was absolutely a fuck up on their office, not her. And it was just annoying. It was extremely annoying. And because what happened too is I was supposed to have a check-in actually before I went to Papa Dragon's house. And that got canceled because my gal, she had a family issue or something. So, but it just got canceled, so I didn't get to check in with her until basically I was screaming and yelling and kicking at the office. You take lorazepam, Papa Dragon does too. Yeah. And withdrawals are insane. They are. They're physical. They can literally give you headaches. They can make it harder to walk, muscle weakness, not to mention the mental effects. Like, they have a lot of physical effects too. And like I said, mine gave me really bad stomach aches. So, yeah, it is a lot of trial and error. I've been trial and erroring for about a year now and haven't found something that works, which really sucks. But yeah, I keep drinking coffee. I like the taste of coffee, but I can't drink it because it's too acidic. But yeah, so that's just straight up where I've been. It's not a fun explanation. I wish it was better. It's reality though. I had some extremely awful thoughts. I am feeling so much better now though, now that I'm coming off of the buprofen, Wellbutrin, it's the brand name, whatever. I am feeling extremely better now. And I feel a lot better. I can feel it. I can physically feel it. I can actually physically feel it now, how better I'm feeling. But those last few weeks, man, dude, they were just extremely rough. Like I said, I couldn't even focus on WoW. Like, I was behind in World of Warcraft, and that was like the one thing I actually wanted to do. I wanted to level up, get max level in WoW. So like once last Thursday rolled around, I was raid ready, right? And I missed the mark. Luckily, I was raid ready by last Tuesday. And then like last night I had to skip raid because of the furnace stuff. And like, I keep making this joke now. It's like everything is trying to prevent me from playing WoW. But that's just, I have really dark and sick humor. So, that's like kind of my copium. It's like everything is just trying to prevent me from playing WoW at the moment. But yeah, I had to like deal with the furnace people, and then like I had an appointment to go see these kitties, and I ended up taking them home. And like, if I didn't have to deal with the furnace stuff, it wouldn't have been a deal, but whatever, it's okay. My guildmates are extremely understanding, so I missed one raid, it's okay. Yeah, I'm extremely happy I'm still here too. I have absolutely wonderful friends. I have a wonderful support group, and it's hard. It is hard. It is hard. What class are you playing? I've been playing Resto Druid. Yeah, I played Resto Druid back in Original Wrath, so running it back. Though I really want to play Demo Warlock. I'm a little too far in the deep end though, because now my guild actually needs me to heal. Gallows humor is a great way to cope. Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, I love dark humor, gallows humor. Never heard it called it that, but it makes sense. But yeah. So yeah, it's been really rough, and I've been feeling a little guilty as well because I haven't been streaming and stuff. But I still appreciate all you guys, and I think you guys felt the energy. At least I felt the energy, so I hope you guys felt the energy when we were playing Blue Dragon, and I literally couldn't shut the fuck up. I think you guys felt the energy then. And that's just kind of how I've been feeling. I'm getting, like, there's trade-offs, right? The Wellbutrin absolutely melded me out a lot. And my ADHD wasn't as bad. Now I can really feel my ADHD. I try not to blame stuff on it. I'm just like, unfortunately maybe, or fortunately, hyper aware of certain symptoms. And now that I'm like reading about all this shit, and, oh my god, like I have been a lot more hyper physically lately than I have been for, like, in like the last couple days, and I have been in like the last 3 months. Like, I'm letting it all out and going freaking crazy and almost bouncing off the walls, and now I got cats to play with, and it's great. Trial and error, yeah, it's so stupid, man. No, it's not stupid, it's just interesting. It's just very interesting. We don't know anything about our own brains. We're still like, we are not even touching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to things like antidepressants. It's crazy. It's crazy. Glad you're okay. I appreciate that. So yeah, I hope that wasn't. I know. Again, very hard subject. It is. It is. It is what it is, right? It's something I've been trying to cope with. Is it Healthy Gamer Munch? I watch them from time to time. I do really bad with videos and audio, honestly. I usually do a lot better with books, so I'm a reader. Yeah. Hi Tatsu, thank you. Yeah, everyone responds differently, and I have to be like extra careful because a lot of these things affect gut health as well. And apparently, like, gut health, I've said this a few times before, but we're like just learning out like the link between gut health and like mental health, basically serotonin and gut health, and how that affects us mentally and like happiness and things like that, which when you kind of think about it is crazy, right? Because people who have good diets and like they're athletic, they're usually happy people. Usually, not, it's going to be different for everyone, but on the whole, they're usually happy people. And then you look at people who have, kind of let themselves go, obese, a little bit pudgier. And when I'm talking about pudgier, I mean like, we're talking about like Abomination from WoW pudgy. That's what I mean. Not like, because I got a few extra pounds and I'm not afraid to admit that. I think that's perfectly fine, right? And I'm talking about, like, you need to go see a doctor kind of pudgy, and they're usually not very happy people, right? It's interesting. But your IBS takes a spiral too. Yeah, exactly, Colby. Stress affects us so physically. It's crazy. At least it affects me extremely physically. It's absolutely nutty. On the past year, they can have some nasty side effects. Yeah. But without them, it's so much worse. Oh yeah. I take birth control literally for PMS symptoms. I have extremely bad PMS symptoms. If I don't take birth control, I can get knocked out for 2 days every month at the very least. But when I first started taking them, I had to endure 3 months, 3 continuous months, 1 week each month of waking up at 5 a.m. and vomiting. So, but afterwards felt great. But the first 3 months, awful. And that's what my doctors told me. They were just like, you have to keep taking it. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna believe you. And sure enough, it worked. By the 3rd month, it was just gone. I was like, okay, like, how do you guys know this? But yeah, God, yeah. And yeah, gut health is so hard to work with, especially something like IBS. I have IBS, and like some days I can eat the greasiest, nastiest shit for a week straight, and I'm good, and then like I can eat it like just a little nibble, a little speckle, a dust fragment of like Chick-fil-A, and my stomach ain't like, not happening. So yeah, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. This is only based on my own experience, so take it with a grain of salt. I've noticed, gut health, it makes sense that gut health absolutely has a role in our mental health and vice versa. Because definitely when I get stressed out, my tummy gets stressed out. Mizu versus a small shot of soda. I haven't had soda in forever. Oh, speaking of, now that I'm off of antidepressants again, I can start drinking again. Not that I'm a serial drinker or anything, but it's nice to have like a Moscow meal or something, or like if you're going out, it's great. You're a good bean too, Mellow. You're a good bean too. Everyone here are good beans, man. Everyone here are good beans. And again, I know I can be a little bit more real than some other streamers, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me when it comes to that stuff, because I'll be honest, it's not something I can keep bottled up. It's real to me. It is absolutely real, and it affects me. And again, I know I have found Solstice and so many content creators. For example, I know I bring up Co-Carnage a lot. But when he said he had ADHD, and seeing how successful he is, and like, how he manages to work through things and stuff, it's just like, oh my God, like I can do it too, right? And so like, I know like even small mentions, obviously someone like Co Carnage isn't gonna go out and do like what I'm doing right here, but I know even small mentions can help people out and just, again, not necessarily fix anything, but yeah. Drunk stream. The closest I've gotten drunk on stream was the ASMR. I was actually drinking soju. Yeah. Solstice. One of us. But yeah. It's always nice to be down to earth. I'm an extremely down to earth person. That's just my personality. It is. I'm never going to change that. I am never going to change that. You guys don't ever have to sit here and wonder, wow, I wonder if she's just like that on stream or in real life. I'm probably, if anything, even more like it in real life. But I bring a lot of it to my streams because I feel comfortable. Well, because one, it's my own stream. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. I'm just kidding. Please come back. I need the views. No, in all seriousness, we're all human. I know I'm a dragon, but I'm also a human too, so. And I've always felt more comfortable around channels that aren't extremely one way or the other or an act or whatever. Once we see you raid in WoW, I mean, when I'm raiding in WoW, I'm just like watching Twitch or like listening to Hawthorne Heights and just pressing rejuvenate. But when I'm having these crises, I tend to go a whole day without eating, sometimes even two. Yeah, it's rough. I had to force myself to eat over the last like, well, not in the last like 2 weeks, but like over a month, or I had to force myself to eat. I eat a lot of chicken and broccoli. I came back from Papa Dragon's house. I made chicken and broccoli, same way I always do with some rice. I could hardly get through the chicken. And then I started eating the broccoli, and I was so close to throwing up. And I eat chicken and broccoli like at least 2 or 3 times a week. At least 2 times a week. I eat chicken and broccoli. And it was so weird. It was freaking me out. But I made a little bit of steamed broccoli and I was able to actually eat that. So I think my appetite is also coming back, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Because God knows I love eating, man. And I agree with that, Jesse. I agree. I've been feeling pretty stressed out lately. Mental stack has been increasing, having trouble falling asleep or passing out frequently at random times. Yeah, yeah, sleep is hard. Sleep is hard. Gum the food. Food's so amazing. Food is the ultimate healer. Don't tell me otherwise. It might be some copium as I like eat my, you know, my ice cream or something. Like, yes, I'm getting healed right now. But again, it goes back to the serotonin thing, right? There's a reason we feel happy when we're eating stuff like ice cream as opposed to maybe steamed broccoli. So, very interesting. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up with you guys. Because yeah, it is good to know that there are people who are struggling and fighting their own battles in all walks of life, like Gringo just said. And it can be extremely hard to recognize. It can be extremely hard to see because, as Mello just mentioned, I like to tease and bully people, and I like to, you know, get teased and bullied. I think it's fun, right? And that doesn't affect me mentally either. But you might think now, you know, it affects some people, but not everyone, and everyone's just different. Everyone's just different at the end of the day. Everyone's just completely different. My love language is basically teasing people. If I'm teasing you, having fun, that means, you know, we're having a good time, right? Not like, oh my God, we're romantically in love or anything like that, but we're having a good time, right? I'm feeling comfortable. We're doing good. So, I forget where I was going, but head empty. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know, and again, the only thing I can kind of hope is that obviously this doesn't change your guys' opinion about me. It just kind of, it's one of those situations where it is what it is. And it's just reality. And a lot of people do struggle with these things. They can come from good families, bad families, all over the place. Oh no, Final Fantasy XIV still sucks. At least Endwalker sucks. Waferettes can go burn in a fire. and heat my house because it's been cold. But anyway, La stew. I've never had rabbit stew. Sorry. I lost my train of thought again. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, exactly, Ariel. It's hard. It's hard. And again, I think the people who do name call other people who are struggling, it reflects more on them than anything. They wasn't worth having around. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Wiz. That's absolutely true. I don't disagree. If anyone gives you toxic attitude, support networks. Yeah, I agree, Gringo. Yep. And it's just I know there's a lot of us at some point struggle with things like depression. Not might be long term or all the time necessarily. It might just be little bouts as changes in life happen, things like that, and that's okay too. Obviously, depression, it can come and go. It can be a lifelong thing. Even for me, even though I've had it for God knows how long, it comes and goes in reality. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's non-existent, sometimes it's really, really bad. And life at the end of the day is a roller coaster, and I think at some point all of us experience a little bit of anxiety, even if it's not chronic. So, we all experience a little bit of depression, even a little bit of laziness, however you want to put it, or what that might look like to you. And it's just, like I said, it's just reality. And I get it, a lot of the time streams in particular are supposed to be escapes for people and things like that. Yeah, that's true too. A lot of times it does go undiagnosed. People are scared. I am a firm believer that the mental health system and society in general are awful when it comes to mental health. Just in general, especially towards guys. Absolutely. Both girls and guys have it rough, right? Like with girls, it's like, oh, they're just being emotional again, and guys, it's like, tough up, man. Like, be a man. So like, I get it. I get both sides, and it sucks for both, 100%. But people in general, man. Like, we don't have to categorize it by gender or sex. It's just, it sucks for everyone, for people. Hi, Wheel. So it's just a struggle. It's a struggle for everyone. Everyone has their own things. It literally took me knowing someone with ADHD for 3 years and me going, I kind of act that way sometimes too. For literally 3 years for me to go in and be like I jokingly said to my psychiatrist, I was like, yeah, I think I might have ADHD. And they're like, no, you actually might. And I'm like, okay, all right, so now so I was diagnosed late into my life, and I can look back and go like, oh my God, I wish I knew this sooner. Absolutely. Like, God knows how many things I could have prevented or understood knowing that I had ADHD like 15 years ago as opposed to now, for Christ's sake. My family didn't believe him, was the type to tell me, you're a guy, tough it up. Oh yeah, that's a bad one too. Tough it up. Get over it. It's like I want to fight those people. Sorry for ranting. Don't feel guilty for feeling when you do, just because there are people who suffer terrible, but nobody can change their way. Their brain is wired. Yeah, absolutely, Gringo. And that's always a hard one too. Yeah. Everyone has their own struggles. It's all relative and things like that. Really sucked during the pandemic, as far as I heard. Oh yeah. I hate. Okay, some people might think it's a godsend. I hate telehealth stuff, man. I hate telehealth stuff. Every time I get asked, do you want to do this appointment by phone or by like telehealth? I'm like, no, I am going in and seeing you. I am not a phone person. I am not a text person. I need to see your body language. I need to like feel your presence as a doctor or whatever. Like I get so many cues from physical what is it? Not expressions, physical expressions and stuff. It's just like I need that in my life. I need that. I need that. And yeah, the pandemic was rough for obvious reasons, especially as people like started working from home. I know a lot of couples had issues and things like that. But yeah, sad. Just don't be sad. Body language. Thank you. Thank you. My brain don't work too good. Don't work too good. So that's why I've been gone though. Just been extremely tired. To be honest, I'm still pretty tired. I literally I'm like very very close to like passing out even while playing like WoW during the day or night or whatever. I'm just kind of always tired, and I don't wake up until like 11 p.m., which is like when I normally try to go to sleep. So I'm dealing with that right now too. But regardless, that's just where I've been. I've been tired. I took a mental health break more or less. But yeah, it's still among us, and thank God I caught that. Thank God I have the mental fortitude to recognize stuff like that in the moment, because I know a lot of people just don't, and it's not like I'm better than them, absolutely not. It's just thank God I had mental fortitude and recognition to go, hey, there is something wrong with me. I don't give up. I'm not a person to give up. I'm just not. And realizing that in that moment, I had completely given up on everything was a huge, like, wake-up call. I woke up, I took a shower, I looked at my meds. Well, I woke up, I had a little mental breakdown. I looked at my meds and I took a shower, and I was thinking really hard. And the only reason why I was taking a shower, honestly, because my hair was so greasy, it was bugging me. And I was just like scrubbing my hair, and I was like, there's something wrong. There's something off. Something is completely off, and I can't, and I was like, like I said, it just hit me. Shower thoughts. It just hit me. I was like, what if my medication is literally making me feel this way? Game of Grease? Yeah. I'll start selling it soon. Don't worry. Sorry, I know. Horrible jokes this time. I am eating well. Yes, I do eat well. I'm not gonna, it's not like freezer food and stuff. I'm not like being super bougie at the moment. I'm still making pretty easy to make meals, but it's all fresh, and I have vegetables and, things like that. I'm not sitting here chowing down chicken tendies every day. I am drinking from the water bottle. I'm actually holding on to it right now. If you keep hearing this, it's because I'm patting the water bottle. It's my water bottle, like, plush. It's my support water bottle right now. I'm like hugging it. I'm not sure if I'd call it soup. So that's the thing too. I've bought that Bite ramen stuff, which has been a godsend, because it's like, a complete meal, and it doesn't have that much sodium and things like that. So yeah, sodium can be whack. Yeah. You're about to eat fire noodles. Oh, dude. I felt like such a baby eating those spicy noodles yesterday, because I don't think they were even like that spicy. It's just I'm a fucking baby. But yeah, I force myself to eat too, because if I don't eat, my IBS also gets worse. So, making her insane. I kind of know that feeling, Gringo. I actually was on citalopram first. It did nothing. Got off of it. Went on Prozac. Prozac did absolutely nothing either. Got on Wellbutrin. First month, feeling good. Actually getting up, feel a little bit more energized. Next 2 months, plane crash, explosion, stuff like that. Enchiladas sound good. What kind? The chili chug. It was just a piece of like dried chili that went straight to the back of my throat. That wasn't cool. That was cheating. I love enchiladas. In fact, because the furnace people were here for the 5th day in a row today, the general manager bought me lunch. So I got a carnitas burrito. So that was nice. I know, Colby. I love cheese. Cheese is so great. But yeah, just I think, you know, the hardest thing about stuff like this too is that, everyone just tells you, oh, remember how much love you are, and how loved you are, and everyone loves you, and if you need anything, I'm always here. And that can, it sucks, but sometimes it just doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. It really, like, the intention is good, right? Yeah, and the problem is you can't. And I remember reading about this a while ago. Is that if you truly want to help someone that is going through a hard time, whether that's depression, tragedy, loss, whatever it is, divorce, breakup, because we've all been there for the breakups. Oh my God, have I been there for a breakup? If you really want to help someone, it's not asking them to reach out to you. You need to do things for them, right? If you truly want to help someone, and hey, it's not a responsibility either, right? It's not your responsibility at the end of the day. Yeah. But what really can help is maybe you don't have the words. Maybe you don't know how to. Maybe you don't know how to help with words, but honestly, physical stuff can help so good. Bring that giant gallon of ice cream over and binge watch Breaking Bad or Chainsaw Man or whatever, right? Maybe you can just go to the mall or help them with groceries and stuff like that. Because God knows, like, I've had issues in the past where it's like, I don't want to go out my side, and groceries are like the hardest thing ever, right? Like, luckily we have delivery nowadays, but still, it can be really rough, cooking dinner or bringing over fast food or whatever it is. I know that stuff can help a lot more, and it's not like saying things like, like, I'm here for you is a bad thing. It's just, it can be, it might not mean as much as you might think, and that's kind of shitty to say, and I know that. Hi, Scotty. But I don't think no one doesn't appreciate it. If you say stuff like that, it's not like they don't appreciate it, but it only goes so far in some cases. And again, it's not your responsibility to do that for your friend. Absolutely not. Please be selfish if you need to. I am the queen of, if you need to be selfish, if you need to take time for yourself, if you need to tell your friend, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Is there any way I can find you help, or someone else that can help you? Maybe you can help them find like a therapist or whoever, right? Maybe that's would help, but I get it. Like, sometimes we can't just always be there for the person or do those things. And yeah, and sometimes offering to play video games and just hang out is great, because distraction is the number 1 tool. Absolutely. Again, not a doctor, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but still. I suppose it's more like a gray another person saying the same stuff to me. Yeah, I don't think we actively think about that though, right? I think the easiest way for people to relate is when, like, something happens and someone says, oh, you're in my thoughts and prayers. It's like, great, you're, thinking about me and probably talking about me to your friends and stuff, but, like, what are you actually doing to help me? And again, it's not your responsibility, and I don't think it's something that goes unappreciated. It's more of a passing by of, like, how's your day? How are you doing? Like, I'm acknowledging that you having an issue, and I think that can help as well. It's not a bad thing. It's hard to explain this without sounding like an asshole. I'll be honest. It's extremely hard to explain this without sounding like an asshole. I think we all appreciate it when someone's like, hey, I'm thinking of you, or I hope you feel better, or, I think we all appreciate those sentiments, but at the same time, it can only go so far, right? I think that's what it is at the end of the day. If you truly want to help someone, I think physical acts help a lot better. And I know sometimes we're across the internet, the globe, whatever, it's hard to, but I absolutely agree, Colby, that offering to play video games or watch a movie together or something can help. In the past, I've DoorDashed or whatever food to people that are feeling down, and people have done the same to me, and I know that can help a lot. Mm-hmm. High five and their arm keeps sinking. Yeah. Pretty much munch. Pretty much munch. Munch. Mm-hmm. You suck at giving help and you're not a specialist either. Yeah. Dude, like I said. When people message me nowadays, it's like, if they're my like a really good friend, I'll sit there and listen. But if they're sitting there like talking about stuff where I'm like, this is way over my head, this is over what I can provide for you, I think encouragement to see the right people is the right play at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Have you tried watching your favorite film? No! No way, dude! Don't tell me that. That makes me sad. No, I've been to so many therapists in my life. And I have shopped around for therapists knowing, hey, this one's not going to work out for me. This one clicks with me, stuff like that. I kind of know my profile. You know how you know like your dating profile? I know my therapist profile. I have a type. I have a type. I mean, getting distracted is good advice, but obviously not always working. I think distraction can help if you can distract yourself. That's the asterisk. That's the asterisk is the if you can. Yeah. So it's like I escape into WoW because hey, I'm this powerful druid. Tinder, but make it professional. Dude, imagine how much better off would be mentally if we had mental health Tinder. No joke. I'm not even kidding about that. The worst part's having to explain your backstory every time. Hey, at least you're a cool anime protagonist. I'm kidding, but yeah, no, I get it. I've gotten my stuff down to like a TLDR to like these are the important points. You know, but yeah, absolutely not every therapist is for everyone, and not all therapists are good at their jobs. So definitely don't feel bad if you go to a therapist a few times and you're feeling like this ain't working. Don't worry, there are many out there. There's different techniques and everything like that. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, words can only go so far, because I know, for example, I know how loved I am. I really do. Like, I know how much I've changed my friends' lives, you know, how much my family loves me and everything. And it's one of those things that can only go so far, unfortunately. It can help, absolutely, but can only go so far. And so, like, when Papa Dragon says things like, hey, if you need anything, you can fly out and stay, you know, I'm always here for you, that helps a lot more. Like, him, the whole time I was at his house, he was just suggesting things for us to go do with, and that's the other thing too, not putting pressure on the person. And again, this is kind of my own experience, because if someone starts to pressure me, I'm a people pleaser. So if I feel like I need to go do it, even if I don't want to, I will. Like, even if it makes me uncomfortable, or if I don't want to do it, or if I know I'm going to feel bad afterwards, like, even if it's a totally innocent thing, like, sometimes I'll go do it. And so that's the thing that I've been struggling with lately. And so, yeah. And, it can be rough. So Papa Dragon is a great resource for me, because I can go to his house and like I said, we did fun stuff. We went to one of my favorite restaurants that he loves too, and we just sat for like literally 2 hours and ate food at the Melting Pot, which is that fondue restaurant. He randomly was like, hey, you want to go, you know, I'm gonna teach you how to shoot a pistol today. I'm like, okay, which honestly was a great distraction, by the way, because now I'm not worried about me, I'm worried about this pistol. But yeah, doing nothing or the opposite. It's weird because I flip-flop, Storm. I get that. Dragons with guns, they're evolving. Price, oh dude, mental health is so pricey. Fuck, man. It's like, this is the last thing I need. I had so many billing issues. This is that rage coming out. All right, I'm sorry. I greatly dislike the administrative assistant at my clinic. I wrote a strongly worded email about her. I was having billing issues with her. It's just, I got it sorted out. So I was like, Oh, Ariel, I can only imagine. Literally, I can only imagine. I haven't lost my parents yet. I felt like I lost my mom a few times. I've had to basically disown her as my mom, because of how she is, but it is. Jetron wants a TLDR. I don't know how many do we. I guess we've gotten a lot of new people, and I did kind of go over it very quickly at the beginning of the stream. For everyone who didn't catch it at the very beginning of the stream, I will say it one more time, very bluntly. And yeah, America's stupid expensive. Yeah, Gringo, you take it well. You take it well. You take it well. You take it easy. Take it well. Take it well. Thanks, brain. It's like, yeah. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, you too. Oh. Yeah, so for the people who have come in the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, I've been gone because I had a mental health crisis. It got to the point of suicidal planning and ideation. It's not a fun thing to admit at all. To a lot of people, that shows weakness. To me, it shows strength that I made it through it. So here I am. I was on a medication that I was having extremely adverse effects to, like really bad side effects. Like instead of making it better, it was making it a lot worse, like to the extremes. And so I've taken off the last few weeks to rest. Ah! Uh-oh. Are we good? We good? We good? We back? What a time. I'm back. What was I saying? Anyway, so I was having, the past 3 weeks, the timing, I know. Thanks, Susan. The sun is screaming. Oh. Did you hear that? Maybe it just, like, blipped for a second, then came back when I screamed. Just so you know, every time I see the red, my internet go into the red or OBS go into the red, I scream. Anyway, so yeah, last few weeks I've just taken off mental health break pretty much to regroup, take care of myself physically and mentally, because those are intertwined 100%. And I'm hoping as I feel better, which I feel a lot better, I can get back into like working out and stuff, and you know, I want to improve myself more, and I want to return back to streaming. I think this week is proof enough of that. So yeah, I just had a mental health crisis due to a very bad adverse reaction to some medication I was taking. Antidepressants, to be very specific. So this kind of is what it is. Like I said, it's reality. It sucks. We just have to, even if we're dealt a shitty hand, we just have to deal with it. Right? And I was just dealt with an extremely shitty hand, and I still have to deal with it. And freaking furnace, man. You want to talk about mental health strength? Ooh, this furnace. This goddamn furnace, man. Whew, testing my patience. But in all seriousness, yeah. We all go through things differently. We all need different kinds of strength. I kind of look at it in very plain terms, like a mobile game. You have a certain amount of energy for a day, and maybe you can take a nap to get some of that energy back, but some people are extremely high energy and they go on and on. But either way, it's just different for everyone, and I needed to take that time, and that was it. We gotta go beat up a furnace. Hey, I think it's actually working now. It might actually be working. At least it was working for like 3 hours running at 85 degrees earlier, so hopefully it's not working. But anyway. And I got a burrito today, so I'm feeling pretty good. I shouldn't probably eat the whole carnitas burrito, but here we are. It was good. So yeah, just a mental health break. I can reiterate that a million times and ones. That's right, Colby. Last time I ate a whole burrito was your fault. So this was your fault again. I'm joking. But yeah, just make sure you, I know words only mean so much, but make sure you take care of yourself. Having a support system is huge at the end of the day. And I know the hardest thing sometimes is to recognize why we're feeling something. And honestly, to me, that's always the most frustrating. Is the why, right? And so like being diagnosed with ADHD and finding out so much about myself and like maybe how my brain ticks and stuff, then it has been wonderful. It has been wonderful for like figuring things out. And like I said, I was feeling hopeless, extremely hopeless. I was done. I was just done mentally. I was done physically, until I realized the reason why I was feeling that way was because of this little itty bitty white pill I was taking every morning that was supposed to be helping me, but I couldn't recognize that for a while. It took getting that low to realize it, because it's hard to recognize when you just gradually go down the escalator until you hit the bottom. That's the best way I can explain it, right? Like, you're going down the escalator, everything's fine, you're just riding, you're chilling, like, you don't think anything's different or wrong, and then, like, you hit the bottom and you're off the escalator and you're like, this is different, right? I'm not moving anymore. So it did unfortunately take that for me to realize it, but again, I think it shows that I'm a stronger person, hopefully, because of that mentally, and now I'm here and I'm feeling a lot better, and like someone else, James, I think, said we can talk about it, and I'm totally cool with it. Here's to rest and mental health recharge. I really appreciate what you have here. Also, chat, and you bully us for any reason. We question your swimming capabilities when you have floaties. Well, thank you for the Akasupa. Wait, I thought I didn't monetize this. Can you guys still send... I was trying... Well, I appreciate it. I didn't want to monetize this stream. Maybe it means no ads. Maybe I literally... Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Because I wanted to talk about stuff. I appreciate it. I didn't want this to feel like I was baiting or... anything like that, because that was the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do. So, it's fine. This is devotion. It's a separate setting. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think you're right, Archer. Whatever. It's okay. It's alright. I just didn't want you guys thinking that I was like sitting here trying to bait money. Monetize your suffering. That's exactly what I was trying to do. The opposite of, Yeah. But I appreciate it. I do appreciate all of you guys, so thank you. And leave my floaties alone. They're a fashion statement. Thank you. And hello, Will. And Zerksky. I was about to say, speaking of fashion statements, yesterday I also got some trail runners. I'm gonna try and get out a little bit more, with like, Brother Dragon, because they like going on trails. Brother Dragon and Cousin Dragon. I want to go out and experience the world a little bit more, get outside of my own little hobbit hole here, things like that every once in a while. But, now we could use a little itty bitty bit of positivity, I think, after talking about such heavy stuff. Okay, one, I love the streams this week. They were great. The Blue Dragon stream, nothing really happened game-wise, but oh my god, I had so much fun that stream because I was just talking my head off. Yesterday's stream was great because Metroid was fun, and then tomorrow we have a horror game, and that's gonna be wonderful. I love horror games. Later, Ariel. Love you guys too. But more importantly, yesterday, besides all the fairness stuff, I adopted twin kitties. All right. I'm gonna segue this stream into some positivity. I used to hike a lot. But I haven't in a long time, so I bought some trail runners and I'm gonna try doing that a little bit more. But anyway, I adopted some kitties last night. I didn't even think I was gonna take them home, but I saw them and I snatched them. Super cute, adorable brothers. They're both 6 months old, so they are kittens. I have never had a cat this young before, and I'm always surprised when I look at them how little small they are. They have little small heads, and oh, it's so cute. They're these little itty bitty guys, They're little guys. But they're super adorable, and I got a pair so they could play with each other and everything and whatnot. But yeah, they already have like your mind now. Like your mind. I posted one picture on Twitter. One of them has been extremely shy, sort of. So they're both really social and really snuggly. As I found out last night, the black one, who I've named Leo, because I think when he grows more, he's going to get more of a tuft around his neck, because he already has one and he's 6 months. I think it's going to grow out even more, and I think it's going to end up looking like a little black lion, and it's cute. He's extremely social, and he likes to be as close as humanly possible to your face while sleeping, apparently. I literally brought these babies home last night, and they were already sleeping with me, and Leo in particular loved giving me kisses in the middle of the night. And he jump scared me quite literally. He jumped on my chest in the middle of the night even. So, he's a little outgoing right now. He's a bit outgoing, and he loves being near me, and I didn't get the greatest sleep last night, but I feel fine. Because he was very often just trying to be in my face at all points. And if I was hiding my face, he was trying to go for my fingers. It's like, I've given you enough pets, please. So I've learned that I'm gonna have to push Leo away from a lot of things. Then his brother, who I have not named yet, is a little bit more shy, but just snuggly. He was out like a rock the entire night. I woke up maybe 2 hours after falling asleep, and he was just strewn as long as humanly possible, like over my legs. And it's like one of those points where you're like, is my cat dead? Right? Because they're just like completely still, and they're just ragdolling, and you're like, is the cat okay? But he was getting really warm, so I had to like take him off my legs and put him next, and he was like, he freaked out for like half a second, and he fell just right back to sleep. So he loves to sleep. For a 6-year-old, he loves sleeping, and he also really loves attention. He loves sleeping around you. I hated cats until I found my cat on the street. She was a newborn and extremely weak and malnourished. All her siblings died because of that, but thankfully she's fine. I loved her to death. I know. Cats are great. Sounds good, Jetron. Have a good weekend. I know I didn't, but okay, I was really warm. All right, and he went back to sleep. It was fine. It was fine. He was an extremely good leg warmer. A little too good. A cat that loves sleeping? Impossible. I know, it's just, it's funny how, like, much asleep he's been, though, compared to his brother, who's been extremely active. Like, so they actually started, well, I shouldn't say they, Leo started wrestling his brother as I was trying to fall asleep last night. The white kitty was just trying to fall asleep, and Leo was, like, pouncing on him, and the white kitty was just like, get off of me, man, like, I'm trying to sleep. So they definitely have a little bit of different personalities, but both of them come right up to you. The white kitty likes to sit in your lap if you're sitting on the floor. The black kitty, Leo, he'll like rub against you, and he loves pets and his toys and everything. So they have a little bit of different personalities, and I think that's great, obviously, and they're completely different from my beautiful cat that just passed away as well, in both coat and personalities. They're both boys, yeah, which is great because I can call them the boys. There's the novelty of that. All right, Mello. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you stopping by, as always. Yeah, so there's the novelty of, I can call them the boys. I gotta go check on the boys. The boys are doing well. Chilling with the boys. Exactly. See? I love it. Like, it just doesn't sound the same. Like, oh, I gotta go check on the girls. I gotta go check on the siblings. No, it's the boys. Hi, Mateo. So yeah, they're amazing and adorable, and I have them confined to my bedroom / bathroom right now. So now I'm with the boys. Exactly. So I'm gonna leave them in there and probably until tomorrow, and then let them wander out through the rest of the house. They're eating, drinking water, using the litter box, so they're adjusting pretty well. The white one's just a bit more shy, I think. Which is actually, I don't know how this works, but like every time I open the door, the white one is like bolting to the door, and I'm like, dude, you were just like hiding under the bed. Like, there's nothing beyond this door for you at the moment. The boys are back in town. See? Alright. The novelty is there and amazing. Alright. The boys. So yeah, I need to find out a name for the white kitty. So he's a solid white on his like belly and underside, and then on top he's like a silver tabby. Super cute. Like I said, I posted pictures. He reminds me of like Neki Neko, the beckoning cats, the lucky cats, as some people might know them as lucky cats, because he looks like he has a little happy face when he's sleeping. It's so cute. But I need to find a name for him, because for a hot second there, I was like, oh, I'll just name them like Pizza and Hamburger. Then I was like, as they get older and like, you know, eventually, and I'm probably only thinking about this because my cat recently passed away. It's like, do I want Pizza and Hamburger on a urn? I know that's really dark, but I was sitting here like, you know, on second thought, no. Probably not. Probably not. Lucky sounds like a nice name. That's not bad, yeah. Pizza and Hamburger. Finnegan and Vincent. I was like, maybe I'll name them like Beavis and Butt. Walter and Jesse. Walt and Jess. Like, no. And then I found Leo, and I was like, you know, I like that name for the black kitty. Beavis and Butt. Yeah, exactly. So their names, well, no, I don't want to say their names from the shelter. It's going to be extremely easy to look them up. But they had very human names. And I was like, these are like very extremely common human names, and I didn't want that. Yeah. And then I was like, what about like Rock and Stone? It's fun until you call them individually. Come here, Stone. Come here, Rock. And you're like, oh, never mind. And then one of them that I've had, a name I've had in my head is Gogi, actually. Or Bulgogi. Like maybe Mochi, but that's the problem. It's like Mochi sounds more like a female name. It's still pretty cute though. Then I hear a Rock and Stone. Steve, Carl. That was another one. Steve and Carl. Oh god. For some reason, I've kind of like Osiris as well. Dude, I love food. Okay. I don't know why I've really like Osiris, but then I tried to shorten it. Like, what am I going to shorten Osiris to? Because cat names always get shortened. Your pet name always gets shortened. Alright? It just always does. And so I'm like, what am I going to call it? If I call him Osiris, like, what am I going to call him? Like, Sai? Yeah, and Sai sounds kind of weird. Os. So. And then I was thinking of video game characters. Call him Oreo. Oreo wouldn't be actually a bad name for him because he's two different colors. OC. It just sounds weird. I don't know. It just doesn't really roll off the tongue. I don't know. Teostra. We call him Teo. See, that's a good one. And I was thinking like Geralt. Then I can call him Gary. Like that works. I was thinking of Ozzy too. Yeah, Ozymandias. But I'm also kind of in love with the Fate character, and I don't know if I get weird. Like, yeah, it's Ozymandias, the Fate character. I love him. My cats. Yes. Grom in Garage? Oh! It's kind of... Alright. Kind of like that. My nicknames for the cats are all longer than her actual name. Amazing. Well, so I have a friend who has like who's had two purebred basset hounds, and they have to have like a first, middle, and last name, and then he just calls them dumbass shit all the time. But like officially for the record or whatever, they have to have a first, last, and first, middle, and last name because they're purebreds. And it's like but he just calls them something small and silly. It's crazy. Dogs are crazy. And then like cats get the weirdest name. Deora? I don't know. So he's like I said, he's a pretty chill cat. He loves being around you, and he just, when he goes to sleep, he's out. He's just out. I don't know. Leo is fitting very well for the black cat, so I'm gonna keep Leo for him. Because like I said, I feel like as he gets older in the next 6 months, his neck tuft is going to grow a lot more. He's gonna look like a little black lion. Yeah, because I was thinking like Pokemon names, and I was like, I'm not feeling Pokemon names. And then I was like, oh, I could name them like Raziel's brothers, like maybe Rahab and Duma, but then I'd be calling them like Ra and Doo. Oh yeah. Mythology? Yeah, mythology is always a good one because there's a lot of things, right? Right. I guess that's not much better than what I called my old cat. So my old cat, her name was Buffy, and then I shortened that to like, not really short, but then I called her Butters, and then like Butters Butt, and then I just call her Butt. Or Cat. Cat's always a good name. It's just Cat. Another one I was thinking of was Tamago. Egg. But that was another one, like, it can be shortened to Tam. But Tam's has a girly name. Cat for when cat's in trouble. Yep. Yep, exactly. Or dog. Maru. This is kind of a cute one though. Maru is a cute name, but he's not very vocal. Dango, and the nickname is Dan. Ooh. Mochi works well too, because then you can call him Momo. Momo. That's cute. Oh. It's a lot to consider. It's hard. Names are hard. Names are hard. Hello, fat cat. Speaking of cats. Your name always reminds me of the fat cat in Final Fantasy. Give him a COD username like XX. No, you forgot the underscore. Okay, you know my Gaia Online name used to be? Dang, how did my parents name it? Exactly. You know my Gaia Online username used to be XX underscore emo kid underscore XX. So, you know, I lived that. I lived those days. You laugh, but we've all been there, I hope. Please, for the love of God. Quality nickname. I asked my dad one time how I was named, and he said it was after a porn star. So that's my dad's humor for you. Yo, you have a lovely day and have a wonderful weekend, alright? Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a name from a game character, though. I wouldn't mind. I'm just trying to think of a good one. The problem is I know someone with their cat named Geralt, or else Geralt would probably be a really good one. They named their cat Geralt and Letho. Oh, Zelda. If I was into Zelda, I know, everyone's Zelda. Well, first, it's a boy. So it'd have to be Link. And two, I'm not that into Zelda. Oh god, yeah, let's just name it Sephiroth at this point, which is like... I'm not even Final Fantasy either. I'm not sure if it'd be better or worse if the actress was your mom. Oh god. Oh no. It's okay as long as they never gain sentience on the origin of their name, yeah. Everyone thinks Link is Zelda. It'd be kind of funny. This is my male cat, Zelda. What? Yeah. This is my male cat, Zelda. What about Yoshi? You can call him Yo-Yo. That's kind of cute. That's kind of a cute one. Shadow and Terra. I know, I almost wanted to name my black cat like something extremely generic like Shadow or Panther. You didn't know Samus was a Metroid? Look at this guy. Black Shy Guy. You know, I was thinking about Kane too. Yeah. Like I said, I always thought about like if I had a girl cat, her name would probably be like Ariel from the vampire Ariel. No, vampire? Ghost. The ghost. And then there was the vampire Uma. What about League of Legends? I'm not really attached to League of Legends anymore. Oh yeah, I was thinking about Dracula and Alucard too. Dracula for the black cat and Alucard for the other one. I was like, oh, that's stupid. I just don't know who from World of Warcraft. Because he's actually an extremely chill cat. So I don't feel like naming him after like a war chief, like Thrall. Or something, right? Like, oh yes, this is my cat Anduin Rhyme. Like, what? Hogger? Yes, Hogger. I'm literally looking around my room right now. What if I named him Snake? Raiden? Oh god, did Raiden have a nickname? I don't think he did. Everyone just called him Raiden. Jack. I'll just call him Jack. Guts. Oh, that would have been awful. I could have named them Guts and Griffith. Guts could have been the black cat. The black swordsman. Oh no. Oh god. That's awful. I don't know. Jack and Dex. I'm having such a hard time saying Dexter. Jack and Daxter. Jack and Daxter, because it's Jack and Daxter. Daxter. Artemis? I don't have any attachment to Artemis. Jack. Kind of like Raiden. He's not very lightning though. He likes to sleep, man. The whole time I was adopting him, he was actually just asleep on the counter of the adoption place the entire time. He was just laying there like passed the fuck out, just sleeping. Who's a good sleeper? Could name him Gojo. That's one would be kind of a cute one too. Gojo Satoru. He's not evil enough to be a Sukuna. He's not outgoing enough to be an Yuji. Snorlax. If only we could ask the cats their real names. I feel like it'd be hard to pronounce, you know? It'd be very hard to pronounce. Say, I don't watch a whole lot of anime, so I'm trying to think, and a lot of them have weird names. Was Winnie like Winnie the Pooh? You weren't feeling it? I wasn't feeling Buffy from my other cat at first, but it really grew on me, because then I just told everyone, yeah, it's Buffy, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, right now the cats, when I got them, their name was basically like Chad and Brandon, and I'm like, that's not gonna fly. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Especially since one of their names is also like a name of my family member, so. Hypnos. Or like Drowsy Pokemon. Hypnos makes me think of the Pokemon. Okay, I'm starting to like fidget with things around my room now. Also, it's gonna go in. I don't know. You don't want a Chad cat? I'll just name the cat Chad. Again, but it's one of those things like once they get old, it's like maybe not. Yeah, I have a family member named Pikachu. I wish I didn't know someone with a cat named Geralt, because that'd be so good. It'd be so good. So good. Oh. Gilgamesh the cat. Brant or Brandish? Where does that come from? Am I lagging? Whoop, 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 whoop. Nah. Just me. Naming pets is hard. Like I said, Leo just stuck with me. And Gogi, I was thinking about on the way back from the adoption place to my house. I also picked up sushi, so I was thinking about sushi for a while. And then like I was going through the menu, and I was like, maybe there's a good name in here. And then once I figure out like, oh, Leo's a good name, maybe I should name them another like horoscope name. And I'm like, I'm not gonna name my cat Cancer or Sagittarius, so never mind. I couldn't imagine naming a kid me either. Like the modern kid names, Bredalin and Zanley. Lloyd. Oh, Albert! Domino from Marvel? I was also trying to think of superhero names, but the only superheroes I really follow is Green Lantern. That makes their arms super buffy, yeah. Manny Marco, the king of worms. Funny enough, kid names now remind you of fake Western names from old Japanese games. Ben and Jerry's. I saw that one too. Ben and Jerry, Bertram. Well, that's the thing again. Like Leo's a good name for the black cat. Trust me. He's extremely confident. He's extremely playful. He's outgoing, and I think he's gonna look like a little black lion when he grows up. Herbert. That reminds me of Herbie, the beetle. Tom and Jerry. Okay, stop Googling. I Googled them too. I looked at all the Google names, like, oh, good twin cat names.com. It's hard. It's hard. I was thinking of other Egyptian names too, like I said, I was thinking of Cyrus and like Ra and then Set and like Bastet. Bastet's a female goddess, and then like Anubis, and like he's not that regal. He just sleeps. He just sleeps. That's all he does. It's super cute. Hi Tamron, thank you so much for remembering for 2 months. I might end up going with a game name though, like Snake or Raiden, Jack. I do like Guts though. Guts isn't a bad one. John Messonnier is Egyptian for the wind from beneath. Bat. Oh, fart. I was like, oh. Oh. That's like that's a very long-winded way to say you're fat. Nail from Lunar? I don't know what that is. What's a lunar? Moons on fingernails. I see. It's a prank you're being recorded. Would be Lionheart. Well, let's see. Sleepy anime characters. Inuyasha? That's actually an anime I've surprisingly never watched. Shoto? I can recognize some of these. I just don't think I've watched most of these. Ash Ketchum? Ash wasn't sleepy, was he? Fictional character / anime / sleep. Okay. That doesn't really help Google. I don't think Google got the assignment here. Tanaka-kun? Shikamaru? Hachiman? Mako Monkinshoko? Surveying? Sleepy Ash? What? Getting shot won't stop Lovecraft from catching some Z's. Bungo Stray Dogs. Edward Elric. Kenma. Zoro. Aizawa. I haven't seen any of these. None. 0. None of them. I'm going down a list. 30 sleepy anime characters, and I have not seen a single one of these animes. Would you look at this? Wow, I'm going. Still scrolling. We're past 30. I am extremely uncultured, apparently, when it comes to anime. Would you look at that? Look at that. Pop-Tart and Hot Pocket. Food names are really cute. Yeah. Food names are cute. Gudetama. Ah, Gudetama's cute. Lore Hollow. I guess I do like food names, but they would kind of have to sound like actual names, not just like pizza and hamburger or fries. Like I said, tamago, which means egg. Gogi, which means like beef. Whatever name it is, make sure it's one the vet can never pronounce right. I'll just put little accents and stuff in their name. Just make it super horrible. Put it through like 5 translators and won't be a word anymore. Gohan means food, does it? Like the... Huh. Interesting. But then everyone's gonna think of Dragon Ball, and I don't watch Dragon Ball that much. I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a long while. I stopped at GT. Like, even as a kid, I didn't like GT. Man, I was like, what the fuck? I already saw Goku as a kid. Why is it happening again? Like this, I don't like it. I didn't like it. And I haven't seen Dragon Ball since then. Yeah, even as a kid, I was like, I don't like it. I'm literally looking around my room right now. You like the GT intro? I don't remember it. It's been a long while, though. Hello, Captain. How you powered through it? Me either. Me either. How did you power through that? I just have a bunch of Pikachu in my room. And then, like, electronics, Witcher, Big Booba Anime Girl, Gilgamesh, Ozzy, Snake, Raziel, Kane, Guts, Casca, Griffith, Femto, another Snake, Raiden, Metal Gear Rex. Rex is kind of a cute name. Rex is kind of a cute name. I'm gonna be like, this is my cat, Metal Gear Rex. Oh no! A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Oh god, no. Think you're calling it? No, dude. Kojima has gone off the deep end as far as I'm concerned right now. Like, I'm gonna watch that man, but oof, he is a quirky individual. Rex is kind of a cute name, though, just individually. They get stronger the louder they scream. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh, Rex. That's an easy one. It's just like Leo. One syllable, can't fuck it up. Kojima is a movie director in denial. Absolutely. Absolutely. Iroquois Pliskin. Pliskin. Oh god. There's a lot of memes about that game. We should really play like Metal Gear Solid 2 on stream. Metal Gear Solid 2 is probably my favorite after all these years. Like, 3 has a lot of quirky stuff and some of my favorite calls on, like, codec calls about, like, the box and stuff with, cause god, I love, oh, what's his name? The weapons guy. Why can't I remember his name? You know the guy, the weapons guy you called to talk about weapons, too. No kill all dog tag run? Yeah, let me go do that real quick. When I haven't even completed the game in the first place. Signet. That's who I'm thinking of. Signet. I love the calls with Signet, dude. That's some of my favorite, like, video game lines, like, period, is the calls with Signet and Metal Gear Solid 3. It's because he's, like, everyone's, like, you know, being all weird, and he's like, man, am I the only normal one here? Like, the voice actor for Signet's so good, too. It's like when Snake is explaining, like, it's like my destiny to be here in this box, and Signet's like, well, I guess even a dumbass box could be a good disguise. I'm like, I like you, Signet. You can stay as a character forever. He thinks he's like slowly losing his mind. Signet's a good character. Anyway, enough Metal Gear nerding, but I do think 2 is a really good one as well. Out there. Pretty crazy. They're all pretty crazy in their own right, but 2 is definitely out there. I kind of like Rex though, because like I said, then I can make jokes about Metal Gear. Weapon to surpass him. Maybe Rex and Leon. Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2. Nah, they're too different. God. That's so bad. That's so bad. Maybe Rex. Maybe. Can't call her cat a failure? Not yet. You wish Konami would release the Metal Gear Solid collection on current consoles? Yeah. I have the collection on my PS3. Yeah. I still got my PS3. That would be nice, but I know they have like license. Well, just thank God we can download them. Period. Now, because I know there was a time where we couldn't because of licensing and stuff. So at least they're back. But I do have the Metal Gear Solid Collection disc. Yep. They're never gonna be low on money with their pachinko machines. Let's go. Oh God. Place it with a chainsaw? Oh yes, let me give my cat, my young kitten, a chainsaw. I'll get right on that. Well, as far as video game characters go, yeah. Geralt would have been great. Because like I said, then I could have called him Gary-kun, but I literally know a friend who does that. Not a friend, but I know someone who does that. And then I do like Rex. A little plain, but you know, Metal Gear Rex. Leo's a good one for the Black Cat. That one's not changing. Leo's here to stay. I think Rex or Gogi are both really good ones. Cause I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to go too plain if I name them after food. I really like Tamago as well, just because I really like eggs. But that's another one that's kind of hard to shorten. So. You know what? I'm more and more I think about him when I think of I wish I could just like show him on the screen right now. Actually, no, I posted it on Twitter. Alright. Because I know all of you don't go stalk my Twitter every single moment of the day. I don't know why. That's kind of cringe of you. If you don't, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. I hardly go on social media myself, believe it or not. Let me show you the picture that I posted, and it also shows their energy pretty well. This is going to be very large when I load it up, so hang on here for half a second. So these are my giddies. Look at them. Look at them. Which also, again, shows their energy. The entire night, Leo the black cat was trying to groom and or pounce the white cat, which doesn't have a name yet. That's who we're trying to name. And look at his little face. Oh, it's so cute. He's like he's smiling in his sleep. He just makes that face. It's so cute. He's a little happy cat. But yeah, they're 6 months old, so they're probably going to, I don't know how big a cat gets between 6 and 1, but they're gonna get bigger. Because they're pretty small right now. They're pretty small. Yeah. He does have the kitty cat phase, the 3 phase. No, the other one is trying to groom. So the black cat's trying to groom his brother. Because I think, no, this was this morning, yeah. Because last night, Leo, the black one, was pouncing on his brother. White one, extremely chill. Doesn't care. He noodles, he flops. And that's about it. Black one, very hyper. Like I said, they're still kittens, so they still have a bunch of energy. They're kind of getting into their personalities right now and everything. But yeah, so black one, pretty active, was trying to groom his brother who was just trying to sleep. Which I am starting to find a trend of. So yeah, I'm trying to find a name for the silver tabby with the white bottom. And with the little pink nose. He's so cute. He's so cute. So, I kind of like Rex. Rex works. Bagheera. Munchie Meister, off to work, but wanted to say I'm wishing the best of you. Words might not be too helpful, but we're thankful for your recovery and want to see you thrive, so I hope others will cheer you on. Also, ooh, Kitty's cute! Thank you for the super chat, Munchmeister. I appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, Kirby would be kind of a cute name too, actually. Looking at Munchmeister's picture. But I'm not that attached to Kirby franchise. It is so fucking warm in here. I'm sorry. I'm melting. Rex is kind of growing on me though, so maybe Rex. So yeah, so those are my 2 new kitties. They're freaking adorable. Like I said, 6 months, so we'll see how they grow and whatnot. They're definitely young enough I can change their names. Not that cats respond to their names anyway, but yes. So aside from that, the love is your cats is for your cats is heating your place. Yeah, yep, that must be it. They're very stinky right now too, by the way, extremely stinky. Wow, do they stink? I got literally gaslighted by the smell last night as I was sleeping. I didn't notice it until I walked out of my bedroom and then back into the bedroom, and it was just a brick wall of stink, and I was like, oh my god. Because I have to use the litter from like the rescue right now to get them used to and like slowly introduce the better litter that doesn't stink and stuff, and it's just like, they're so stinky. They're little stinkers. Like, hello, Roderick. So gotta get over that too, which is also why I want to kick them out of my bedroom as soon as possible, because they stink. They can go explore, and litter box will eventually be back downstairs in a bathroom I don't normally use. So yeah, they just stinky right now. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing since we talked. And I'm glad I was able to talk through things with you guys and let you know what's been happening. I super duper appreciate it. I know it came on very strong and very deep, and that's why I was trying to warn people beforehand, because I know it's not like super great. It's not a fun topic. But the reality is, you know, the reality is it's just... it is what it is, and it's okay. It's okay, right? It's alright. It happens. It sucks that it happens, but it's life, and shit happens. It's weird. I'm not like trying to normalize it, but at the same time, shit just happens, and we all have a hard time and all that kind of fun stuff. So I appreciate you guys listening and hearing me out, being so patient with me, because it does help a lot. Even if I do feel like I owe you guys or want to come to stream and things like that. So I appreciate it. And chill, yeah. And I'm glad you guys chill, because it makes me feel chill, and then we're just like chilling together and stuff. So it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. Honestly, I don't have too much more to talk about today. I got some sushi last night. That was pretty good. I got a Philly roll, my favorite, smoked salmon and cream cheese. Whoop whoop. Love that. And I also got a yummy roll, because I haven't had shrimp tempura roll in a long while, and that was pretty good too. So yeah, I got my kitties, got that, missed raid, chilled for the rest of the night, set up some stuff for the kitties. I got some food for them this morning, so I'm gonna be transitioning over that. I got some toys for them, etc., etc. Where do we share food in the server? Oh yeah, I haven't determined that, huh? Where did I make a channel like food and pets? Actually, I'm gonna confuse everyone who comes into the Discord and just name the channel Pet Food. Oh shit, I need a little icon for it. What's a good food icon? Food. Whoops. Nah. Yeah. You know what's weird? Windows 11, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Things are all weird again, thanks Microsoft. Not everyone can be confused. No context. Alright, and I actually need to delete that channel anyway. Alright, there we go. Yes. Paul, that's perfectly fine. Again, you guys just being here, even from time to time, just stopping by to say hi, whatever it is in the stream means a lot to me. It probably means more than you think. Not to put pressure on y'all, but it does help, and it does make me happy. And, you know, again, I've talked about it a bunch before. It's part of the reason why I like streaming, is just interacting with everyone. So, yes, flex the yummy food. And I'll try to do that more as well. Yes. tides of fate to create happier days are ahead of us all. Yeah, it's turning winter. Holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's coming. Halloween's coming. Food. Yes. I'm going to Papa John's for Thanksgiving. So I don't have to cook. I can eat all the turkey, all the gravy, all the little Hawaiian roll sliders. Does anyone else do that, by the way? Does anyone else do that? They make like little sliders out of Hawaiian rolls with like turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes and stuffing. I love doing that. That was an extremely weird pyramid, Josh, but good luck. What are you doing? You do? Yes! Yes, King Hawaiian rolls, exactly. Josh, what are you doing? That's a lot of emoji. You need to slow down for a moment, buddy. You get a little spammy. Just a little spammy. A little attention seeking. Just a little bit of attention seeking. That's right. But yes, you never heard of that? Oh, dude, it's the best. So, if you have Thanksgiving in America, which I guess if you're having Thanksgiving, you're in Canada or America, and I imagine they probably have them in Canada too. There's a brand of bread called King's Hawaiian, and it's like a sweet bread. And it's very common to get these dinner rolls. And what I do is I toast them in the oven. I toast all the rolls in the oven, but I'll take them out, and then they're not like crunchy or hard. It's just soft. It's soft bread. The rolls that are in the orange bag, yes! Yes, yes, yes. Those. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. And they're dinner rolls, and they're sweet, and you cut them in half, and then I put like turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes and stuffing, and I make a Thanksgiving slider. And for some reason, it just hit different, man. It just hits really different. It's delicious. Delicious. I don't know if they'd have them in South America. Probably not. Y'all missing out, though, because they're amazing. Yes. Hating them as fighting words? Exactly. You know they're there year-round. Just for some reason, we only get them on Thanksgiving. I might have picked them up one other time because I was like, oh, that sounds really good. I'll make like chicken and gravy. It's not the same. It's not. In case you're wondering. It's not the same. But yeah. I could talk about food all day. I don't even know what I'm making for dinner tonight. Maybe some spaghetti. God, that burrito I ate earlier was so good, but I semi-regretted it a little bit after because I had a big old burrito belly, and I was like, am I gonna get a stomachache for stream? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so much better. I want to drown in gravy. Yes. What kind, though? What kind of gravy? Do you want, like, brown gravy or, like, sausage gravy, pepper gravy? There's so many good gravies. Turkey gravy. Oh. I love food. It's so good. That's my happy place. Food's my happy. Leftover brisket? Yeah! You go, girl. Brisket sounds good. White sausage? Ooh, yeah. From one pool of gravy to the other. Yes. Bring your rolls with you. Bring your dinner rolls. I can't wait to eat an entire box of stuffing. I feel that, man. Oh, God. So good. Biscuits and gravy. So good. Oh, when I'm really craving it, I do some, like, really, I don't know what to call it, lazy biscuits and gravy, where I just get, like, one of those gravy packets, like the sausage gravy packets, and I'll get some Pillsbury biscuits, and boom, biscuits and gravy. So good. So good. I'm probably making turkey sausage bolognese tonight. That sounds good. I can do that. I don't have anything really planned for the night. Well, I gotta talk to... Yeah, I'll talk to someone. That's kind of it. That's kind of it. I also gotta go help the boys, so... I think Rex is a good name. That one might stick. That one might stick. I'm gonna go test it out tonight. I think Rex is a good one. Metal Gear Rex, just so we're all clear, it would be Metal Gear Rex and Leo. You know, naturally. But we'll call him Rex for short. I was gonna say we could call him MGR too, but that's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Yeah. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. And then we're getting to Raiden territory. When you mention the boys, it's so great. I love it. I love it. I love that I can call them the boys. It's cute too, because like I said, they're little kittens. They're little 6-month-old kittens. I've never had kittens before. This is exciting to me. This is extremely exciting. I put a lot of noisy toys in my room right now for them to play with, but I'm gonna have to move them out before I go to sleep, because if I get waken up by a goddamn crinkling of a tunnel, you know those cat tunnels? They always crinkle really loudly, man. I will not be a happy camper. I mean, I already got jump scared last night by one of them jumping onto my chest while I was sleeping. I'm glad they're so cuddly. That's what I wanted, cuddle bugs. That's what I got. I got little cuddle bugs. Actually, I'm very surprised like how outgoing they are. They're extremely outgoing in terms of socialness. Like I said, one's a little shyer than the other in just like environment, but it's cute. It's cute. Yeah. Seeing cats eating, yes. Metal Gear Rex from the series Metal Gear? No way. Has anyone watched that Scorn game, by the way? That just came out today? Or is it like some streamers are getting early access to it? I don't know. I watched a little bit of it to see if I wanted to stream it. Like, the visuals are interesting, but outside of that, that was kind of it. That was kind of it. I could name him Bunger. No, stop. No, stop. I don't want that on my cat's arm. Here lies Bunger. God damn it. Oh, God. 50-50? Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. The aesthetic looks really cool. But from what I saw, like, gameplay-wise, it looks like almost like a demo. I remember when, like, there'd be demos for engines, and it'd just be, like, extremely exciting, and or not extremely exciting, extremely, like, pretty, just in, like, pushing the environment to its max, but all you did was, like, walk around and look at things. It's like, oh, this is pretty, but... So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I saw, like, a little bit of gameplay and, like, that other fleshy horror game with demons and stuff. Wasn't that, like, every other horror game? Biomechanic stuff sells? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think that stuff can be pretty cool and creepy and whatever. I mean, anything, like, bio, period. You don't even need the mechanic stuff. Can be very interesting. I know. So, yeah. Organic. Don't worry, I'm dumb too, Colby. But not as... Never mind. I was gonna say... That's mean. I don't want to be mean. Never mind. So yeah. But we'll find some horror games, because there's a lot I haven't played. Extreme amount. Agony was a really cool concept visually as well, but yeah, gameplay was kind of meh at the end. Yeah, that's kind of worried about. I would totally love aesthetics, but it seems like it's a game that's more fun to watch than play, and I don't want to get like extremely I don't want to get extremely distracted while playing the game, because if the game just isn't like that engaging, I don't. That's my problem. Oh yeah, Stay Out of the House just came out, which is Puppet Combo. We could probably do that one next week. Cause I haven't actually. We can do some Puppet Combo games actually, because I haven't seen Murder House all the way through. Like, I know the beginning and I know the very end, but I don't know the middle of it. So maybe Murder House. That one might be a little overplayed, but we can do Stay Out of the House, which is a new one by Puppet Combo. There were. I was about to say they're the ones to do the VHS type horror games, but that's like every other horror game right now. So that doesn't really work as a descriptor at all. At all. Oh But that might be a good one. Whenever I look for horror, Stray keeps coming up. Like all these stupid games keep coming up whenever I look for horror. I'm like, no, I'm looking for actual horror. Not this, whatever this is. Agony. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Agony game. Survival game. Agony on stream. Okay, let's see. Maybe I have watched a streamer play this. Maybe. First person survival horror set. Huh? Maybe not. Maybe I haven't seen this one. Agony is the most disgusting survival horror game I have ever laid eyes upon. The best sense imaginable. The art design could stem directly out of my worst PCP-induced nightmares of H.R. Geiger. Oh, okay. Neat. Horror game, League of Legends. Junkenstein. Legacy of Kain series is horror? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there needs to be like another tag. I mean, yeah, Legacy of Kain is horror, but I classify it more as like gothic, you know, with like gore. I don't amount gore and horror as together, right? And it like Legacy of Kain doesn't scare me, but I can see how it could be labeled as horror, which is yeah. Like I get it, how it can be labeled, whatever. Maybe they're just, Mizu doesn't scare me either. Good. I better not. But anyway, I honestly don't have much more to talk about today. I'm a little I haven't played Medieval. I'm a little tuckered out. Hopefully my furnace is actually fixed for real this time, and I don't have to call the guys back out tomorrow to fix my furnace again. I have played the first few, but it's been an extremely long time. That might be one that's fun to play. I'll figure stuff out. We do have a horror game tomorrow. I think it is a newer one called It Steals. I randomly found it on Steam. Very randomly. I don't even remember how I found it on Steam. It's a $5 game. It has good reviews. It's a shorter one. By good reviews, I mean it's 98 to 99% positive. It does have that weird, like, old video game PS1 filter, VHS filter thing going on. I don't know exactly what it's about. Apparently it's a survival horror, hide and seek. I don't know, maybe it's something chasing me. That's kind of what I'm assuming it's gonna be. I haven't seen it though, so we'll see how that one goes tomorrow. Supposed to be a little bit smaller. Oh, Sonic 06 is horror. You're right. There was also a hack and slash of Nightmare Before Christmas? Really? Huh. I didn't know that. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway. I appreciate all you guys. I know this is another shorter stream. I just can only talk so much for so long in a row, if I'm going to be completely honest, if I'm not playing a game. But yeah, so talking about the future, let's do that real quick as we end the stream here. There are still things I want to do going forward. I still want to do a fast food tier list. There's just I realized also that there's some fast foods that I want to pick up before I do that. Like maybe Burger King again, because I haven't had a Burger King hamburger in a long time. You know, maybe something like that. But I do still want to do a fast food tier list, and I'm very greatly looking forward to that. Sleep stream at some point, more ASMR, more gaming in general. I do want to do more horror stuff this month, so that we might put some things on hold as we do that. Definitely want to finish up Blue Dragon. Please, for the love of God, let's do that. And like the next 2 streams, that would be awesome. We can finish it in like 2 more streams. So yes, and if you guys have a tier list you want to suggest, let me know. I mean, we could do like a bread tier list, and I could shit all over rye because rye bread is awful. I don't know how exciting that would be to people. If they or people feel very strongly about rye bread. I'm so attacked. While we're at it, RB sucks too. But yeah, if you guys have suggestions, as always, I kind of look around in the Discord. I look around in the Discord, Twitter, my marshmallow boxes. Box. I have one marshmallow box. Things like that. So, I love bread. Bread is so good. Let's get this bread, gamer. Let's get this bread. Rye? Rye? No, rye is a type of bread. Oh yeah, sourdough is always S tier. Yeah. Rye is just a type of bread. Like sourdough or white bread or whole wheat bread or marble or cake. Is cake a bread? Where do we draw the line between a cake and a bread? Is it just sugar content? Because if that case, Wonder Bread, definitely cake. Not a bread. 100% cake. I think if it has yeast or not. Oh, well, you know, that makes a lot of sense, actually. King's Hawaiian sweet roll might be a cake. Delicious, though. Amazingly delicious. Awesome. Yes. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go back to completely 6 days a week next week. We might ease my way into them, maybe, but we'll see how I'm feeling. As always, I'll have a schedule out on Sunday. Tomorrow we will be doing a horror game, so you'll see me again tomorrow. We can talk more about that a little bit there. Hostess makes bread. That's cake. That's not bread, that's cake. I haven't had a Hostess anything in a while. It's stuff that doesn't really apply when you haven't seen different types of bread. Interesting. Maybe cake's a bread. Yes. And I shall go enjoy my time with the boys. They make legit white bread. No. Is it like Wonder Bread? Is it Wonder Bread? Actually, it's just white, bleached ass white bread with a shit ton of sugar, man. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a lovely rest of your Friday, if it's not already Saturday for you. And I hope you guys enjoy. Be safe. I hope you get some rest in. Yeah, I agree, it's gross. Weekend stuff. Enjoy weekend things. My brain is completely dying right now in real time. I can't think of how to do an outro. What do I say in an outro? But yes, again, thank you guys for being here and sticking with me over the last few weeks. I know it's been rough. I wish I could do more for you guys, but I did have to be a little selfish and take some time for myself. Bits and bites, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, just thank you guys for being here when I came back. It means the world to me. And I'll see you tomorrow for whatever the horror game brings. I feel like if it's a game that's I'm gonna be chased in, which it definitely looks like, I'm probably gonna scream. And yes, you guys stay strong as well. I know it's hard, it's rough, we falter, that's okay. That doesn't make you weak. If you falter, if you feel bad, whatever, you're not weak. You're not weak, we're only human. So really? Okay. Good night. No, in all seriousness, have a good night, everyone. And I shall see you tomorrow evening for some spooks. And yes, I'm glad you guys are okay too, trust me. I was about to say sleep well. I guess if it's that late for you, I hope you sleep well. Sleep well, everybody. No, Baz. Sorry, it was a short stream again today. We'll go back to longer streams next week. I promise. Don't hold me to that, but I promise. Kind of, sort of. It's not a pinky promise, but it's a promise. All right. It's just not like it's not pinky promise. Just a little promise, a little bitty promise. Not as like, you know, committal as a pinky. Anyway, you know the difference. All right. 2 hours isn't that short. I feel like it is. I do kind of feel like to take a nap. Maybe because it's just so warm in here, I want to take a nap. I think it's really possible. It's just because it's how freaking warm it is in here right now, man. No, I bet the boys are waiting for me to. When I say that, they're probably just sleeping. Never mind. The boys are probably just sleeping. The boys gonna with TM. Anyway. It's yawning time. Woo. I'm fading fast. That's probably why my brain stopped working. It's like I'm like a parrot, you know. You throw a blanket over my head, and it's like it's nighttime, time to go to sleep. Okay. Right. That's basically me. I just don't know what triggers it. Maybe it's the heat. It's probably the heat. All right. Well, anyway, I'll stop talking. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening for some spookies. Enjoy, get some good food, or treat yourself to some bad food. I'm not your mom. You be your own judge. Have some good ice cream, popcorn. I'm going to try and watch Chainsaw Man tonight, if not tomorrow, and I will see you all mañana. Right? Bye-bye. For reals this time. Okay, bye-bye. JK.